Hi everyone, it's Debbie from Book and Bujo, where I talk about all things books, bullet journals, and stationery. Today is day one of my Merry Bookmas vlog. Alright, so far I have not read any books for my Merry Bookmas, but that's okay. It's still early. I have been able to join in on a couple of sprints. So on December 1st, today's the 4th, by the way, December 1st was sprints on Melanie's channel, CompletelyMelanie, and I got through quite a bit of Pale Kings, which is my book pick from September from the Magical Readathon, which I did not get to in September. So I'm so close to being ending with that one. I also finished Malice by John Gwynne, and that was the book club pick for the Catch-Up Book Club with Becca and the Books. And I finished The Three-Body Problem by Jixin Liu. I don't remember how to say that. Sorry, that was probably really wrong. The Three-Body Problem, and that's the first book in the Remembrance of Earth's Past series. And that one, my husband and I watched the TV series, and I'm like, hey, I can get that book on Hoopla. I still have a borrow left, so I did that and I read that because I didn't have any other audiobooks, and it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun. And then on Melanie's channel sprints, I was able to make a lot of progress on Pale Kings, and then today is my sprints on my channel. So thank you to everyone who showed up. So Michael and Jody, it was so great to see you, and it was great to have Melanie around, and then there was a few more of you on there, and so thanks for commenting and joining in. That was so much fun. I will definitely be doing those a little more often on my channel now that I've gotten past the first time jitters. And I have now finished, just on this last sprint, I finished Pale Kings, which is the second book in the Amanuska series by Ben Galley. So I'm very excited about that one, and now I got to figure out what my next read is going to be. So I have all the books on my TBR-opoly, which there's what, like 15 books or something on my TBR. I had 13 rolls and 2 doubles, so yeah, 15 books on there. And I did finish Assistant to the Villain, which was by Hannah Nicole Mayer, and that's the first book in the series, and I love that. That was so cute. And I did have that on my Merry Bookmas TBR, but it was for a book with a quest, and it sort of had a quest in there. Like, I mean, technically you could count it, but I have other books that have heist books and things like that, some other books that have some quests in it, so I think I'll use one of those instead. So I gotta figure out, what am I gonna read next? I did start today The Poisoner's Enemy by Jeff Wheeler, and that is the first book in the Poisoner of King Fountain series. It's a prequel novella. I think it's like book 0.4 or something in there, but I'm liking it so far. I'm about 25% of the way through, and that one's a lot of fun. I should probably start like the House Witch maybe, or Fae Song. I have the Historian. I really should start A Day of Fallen Night, especially if I can't find the audiobook, because that one's going to take me a while, and I do really want to read this. So I may start this one just to slowly read it throughout the month. But I also got in Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden from my library this week, so I kind of want to get to that one too, because I do really like that series. And then I didn't realize how cute and small and tiny it is, but The Tombs of Atuan by Ursula K. Le Guin, I want to get to that one too. But I was excited to get those from my library, so that was really fun. So yeah, I gotta figure out what I want to read next. I'm still waiting for Saga Volume 7 to come in from the library, but I have a lot of fun ones. Hell Yeah or No by Derek Sivers is another one I need to get to. That's an ebook only on Hoopla. I can't, and my library doesn't have it, so yeah. I need to figure out which ones are on my TBR and on Merry Bookmas, and I think that's the way to go. So there's Accidental Ashes, The Historian, The Christmas Wish. We'll see. But I'm going to get back to my sprints because we have not too much longer left before I need to get back on there and see what else we're going to do. But again, thank you so much for joining me for those sprints. It was so much fun. And I will probably not be getting any reading done this weekend because I have a dress rehearsal tomorrow. That's setup and dress rehearsal. It's pretty much the whole day is shot. And then on Friday we have another quick rehearsal, and then we have our concert, and that's going to go till 10 p.m. And then on Saturday we have an afternoon concert that starts at 3, and then on Sunday we drive 2 hours, I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, to Cottonwood, and we do a concert there, and then tear down and then drive back up and set up and all of that. So the whole weekend's pretty much done for reading, except for maybe on the van ride to Cottonwood. Since I'm not driving, I should be able to read, depending on how chatty everybody else on the van is for down there and back. So I may get a good 2-3 hours of reading for that. Let's hope. I'm hoping. Yeah, but I will be back on Monday strong and ready to go, even though we still have more rehearsals. So we're doing a concert with our local college with orchestra and choir. And then 2 weeks from Monday, we have our concert, which is just the handbells. And so we will be prepping extra for those, because we're not playing the same pieces at both concerts. So we had to learn extras just for the college concert. And then these ones will be more Christmassy and just for us. So it'll be a lot of fun. But I wanted to get this vlog started because it's already the 4th. And yeah, so I'm going to get back to sprinting, and I will catch you again. Hopefully, maybe I'll do a quick little something tomorrow, but probably not. Maybe on Friday. I may see you again on Friday. I have a little unboxing, which I've sort of already opened, but there's a reason for that. Today is Friday. My days are all off. So I had my rehearsal last night, and yeah, I keep thinking today's Saturday. So anyway, unboxing. I didn't know what this was, so I opened it up, and then I was like, ugh, that doesn't look good. And then I'm like, wait, I know what this is. Oh no. So I supported Ferris Wheel Press on a Kickstarter, and I was like, oh no, one of my inks must have opened and leaked everywhere. So I kept opening, and I found more spots that looked like there was leaks, and even more spots. And I was like, no. So I took everything out and I checked it all, and luckily nothing was leaking. So this is from something else. So they just used this dunnage regardless of what it looked like, I guess, but it still got on here. But I haven't opened any of them. I just checked the bottles, and none of the bottles had ink on them. So I did take them all out. So let's move this. Now I do wish they would have bubble wrapped the items, or put them in, I don't know, had a little bit more packaging inside, because just that dunnage was, I don't feel was enough. What do I want to start with? Let's go ahead and start with the pen. So I did get the Marquise fountain pen in the plum or aubergine, and it is a fine steel nib, and it comes with a converter, and then it's an aluminum fountain pen with interchangeable nibs, which will come into play in just a few minutes here. So I haven't actually opened any of these. Once I found out nothing was leaking, I just kind of set it aside to open with you. So we do have, oh, that's got a nice weight to it. I like it. I like it. Okay. It's a beautiful color. I wanted to get the black one as well, but yeah, I couldn't justify the price to get 2 of these. So this is just a stunning nib. And look at all of the detailing around the neck of the pen. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Oh, I was worried about that. It's not super strong, but you can post it. Nope, I wouldn't. And yeah, it's just not secure enough to post, which is sad, because I do like to post my pens, because otherwise I lose my pen caps. But it is nice and sturdy. And the other thing I like about it is got a flat sides, so it won't roll around on your desk when you set it down. So, and then we have the little converter in here. So you push it all the way down, and then you stick it in the ink, and then you turn it and it fills up with ink in there, and then when you're done, you just push it back down and you clean it out. So suck up some water in there and turn it back down and squirt water out to give it a clean, and then you refill it again. And I'm not going to fill this one yet today. I want to save that for a different day to do that. But the other thing that's nice with this is it came with the Adventures Collection, A Flight of 5 two-tone steel nibs. So I wasn't sure exactly what size nibs I wanted to get, so I did end up getting the entire pack. So you have an extra fine, which is the Lady Serafina Dido, and you have the fine Lady Annabelle Rose, and then Lord H.H. Evergreen is the medium. We have Captain Earl Grayson, which is the broad, and Peter Moss, which is the double broad. And I like that each of them have a different character etched in there. I don't know if you can see those. They are just so cute. All the different characters in there. So adorable. Okay. Let's see if I can get this open. And the tin itself is so cute. I love like the fairy tale theme that they have going with these. And of course, these are all the different characters that are etched into the nibs. Oh, they are so pretty. And I've wanted to try out broad and double broad nibs, but I haven't had a chance to purchase any. So this way I get to try out all of the different sizes and see what one I like best. Now I'm typically an extra fine and a fine lady, but there's definitely times and places for the medium, the broad, and the double broad, especially if you're doing a shimmering or a sheening glittery ink. They do much better in the larger nibs than the small ones, because you don't really get a whole lot of that comes out of the small tip of these ones. So the Lady Dido is a lady of means who anonymously pens a weekly gossip column for the Barrington Post. Sometimes tea isn't only spilt at parties. Lady Annabelle Rose, the toast of the town, this sly fox throws the most elegant parties. She always knows what is on trend, ensuring her loyal fans stay entranced by her thrall. And then the medium nib is Lord H.H. Evergreen, a fabulously wealthy industrialist. He built a great lumber empire from the dam up and now enjoys the finer things in life. Captain Earl Grayson is the broad, a cunning wolf of leisure. He greatly enjoys the languid endeavor of frequenting the theater nightly and a glass of sherry. And then Peter Moss, which is our double broad nib, the most accomplished and sought-after artist in the country. He spends his time traveling and recording the sights of his adventures with the tip of his brush. Very fun. I love that. There we go. So you just unscrew this section from the top of the nib, and then you pick which one you want here, and you put that one in its place, and you kind of push it in and then screw it in place, and then you are able to write with that one. So yeah, these are just stunning. It might be a little too close there, a little hard to see. They're so pretty. Now for the inks. So I got my glass dip pen to test all of the inks and some water to clean it with. So I did get the 8-pack of all of the inks. So we have Characters of Fondus Rue, so russet type cast, which has a little bit different style cap to it, which is kind of interesting. I don't really see any glitter or anything in there. And then I have the Oinking Embers, which is super cute. And you got one of the three little pigs there. And we have Dearest Navy. Gale Force Green. There's the little fox. Curious Woods. It's more of the three little pigs. lead cast letters. We have the bear. Barrington Black. Him with his glasses, so cute. Okay, and then lastly, I got Queen Allium. All right, let's give these all a try. Just kind of pick them up as I go. Don't want to spill it. This one is Curious Woods. Then let's try Gale Force Green. So the Winking Embers. Queen Allium. Those are the four that are more shimmery inks. Let's see what they look like when they dry. Now we have Dearest Navy. Lead cast letters. Barrington Black. And then lastly, we have the Russet Typecase. I'm not sure why this one comes in a different style container. It's nice that it has a little plug to it. All right, let's take a look. So we have the Curious Wood, the Gale Force, Oinking Embers, and Queen Allium, which are more of those kind of shimmering inks. And then we have the Desert Navy, which is kind of a blue-black. I really like that one. The lead cast letters in the gray, the Barrington Black, and the Russet Style Typecase. And I think that one really does kind of give me like a russet potato kind of feel. And this one does give kind of like that pig coloring. And this is almost like a brownish green, so almost like tree bark, and yet like pine tree branches or pine tree needles. And then this Gale Force green is just a beautiful shade. Nice cool green. And I'm a sucker for all things purple, so I love that purple. And it does have I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but it does have a nice little shimmer to it. It's not super sparkly, but it's really nice. I don't know if this helps at all. Get a little more light in there. A little bit of a sheen on that one, or shimmer, I guess you would say. A little sparkle to all of them. Very pretty. Yeah, that one's stunning though. And these ones I kind of went back over them afterwards. I forgot to give them a little shake to incorporate the glitter in there, so they're not quite as strong, and that's on me, not on the ink itself. So beautiful. I'm really happy with all of the different ink colors, and the pen is beautiful. It came in, I really struggled whether I wanted the purple or the silver, and then they kind of brought the black out, but you couldn't get the black with the nibs, where there was kind of a package deal. If you got one of the pens, you could get the nibs at a cheaper price, so I did that and I went with the purple, although the silver would have been really nice too. I'm really looking forward to trying out all of the different nib sizes, especially the broad and double broad, since I haven't tried those before. And maybe I will go ahead and give that one a try right now. Let's see. Go with the double broad here. And let's see, what color do I want to try? Let's go with the Gale Force Green. I know you can dip the nib in there and do it that way, but I actually kind of prefer putting the converter in the ink when possible. Just keeps the nib a little cleaner. And I already get enough ink all over myself when I do this. Yeah, it writes really nice. It's not as broad as I was thinking it was going to be. I feel like with some of the other pen brands, this would be just more between a medium and a broad than a double broad, which makes me really excited for the extra fine pen. But I think it all came out really well. Like the color shows up really nicely with this double broad, and I am really looking forward to using this. It's always so exciting when you get a new fountain pen and get to try it out. All right, what have I read so far in December, and have I read any books for any of the readathons I'm doing? Let's see. So I did finish Pale Kings, which was the book pick for September for Karasio for his scribe calling for the magical readathon, the autumn equinox. No, yes, autumn equinox. I did finish that one, so I did complete that class, and then, or that career option. I also read The Three-Body Problem, which neither of those worked for any readathons for December. The next book I read was Assistant to the Villain, and that one was super cute. So let's see. I did have that on my TBR-opoly, and that one is by Hannah Nicole Mayer, and it's the first book in the series. So I did complete that for my TBR-opoly. And I didn't have it on any of my year-long readathons. I did have it for Merry Bookmas for I'll Be Home for Christmas, read a book with a quest, but after reading it, I don't think it really works for that. I mean, there are a couple little quests in there, but they're like super short, like a chapter maybe, so I don't feel like that really counts. So I'll probably use Crooked Kingdom or Red Seas Under Red Skies for that one, but I could also use The Gathering Storm for that. So we'll see which book I end up going with that one. And then for Library of Dragons, I did have it for Spend Time with Your Dragon, and so I did complete that because it was a TBR game prompt, and I used that one from my TBR-opoly. And then for the Reindeer Readathon, and I just found out I am on Team Stocking, so I'm super excited about that one because I haven't been on that team yet. And The prompt is book recommended on socials, and that is how I found out about that book. And again, Assistant to the Villain. So I was able to get a couple of readathons and my TBR with that book. So that's really good. And then what else did I do? My TBR-opoly, I do have a TBR vet, and for that I read The Poisoner's Enemy by Jeff Wheeler, and that is The Poisoner of King Fountain Book 1, but I've also seen it as book 0.4, which I think is in the overarching series, and that one I did finish, and it was really good. I am glad I read that one. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely want to continue with the series. I've read 2 books in that series now, and neither of them are anywhere near each other in order. And I think they were both actually prime reading borrows. I'm not sure now, but I think they were, but they were both really good, and I look forward to reading the rest of the series. So The Poisoner's Enemy did not, I don't believe, worked for any of my other TBR-opolies. Let's see. Because I also have Old Favor Pass that I'm doing. But neither of those, I didn't put either of those books on that one. Then Library of Dragons, I don't have it on there either, so nothing much with that book. And then I did start 3 more books. So I have The 13th Fairy, which is the first book in the Never After series, and that one is by Melissa de la Cruz, and I'm listening to the audiobook right now. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So cute, and that's for my middle grade prompt. It's adorable, and the audiobook narrator does such a great job. I'm also started Accidental Ashes, which is the second book in the Zoe Meyer series by Sarah C. Rothfull. And that one, luckily, within the first just couple pages, I was able to pretty much remember what happened in the first book, so that was nice. And then I also started this one, which doesn't have the book cover. Let me grab the book cover. A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. And this is the first book in the Roots of Chaos series, or I guess book 0, because it's the prequel. And I loved Priory of the Orange Tree, so I'm hoping I will like this one. And my mom and my aunt helped me make a couple of book covers, and they wanted to customize them to the specific book, so I had to bring the books to them. And then they wanted to match the book cover with the book material, and I think they did a pretty darn good job with this one. So nice. I think they did a great job matching those. So that's where I get all of my book covers from. And then my aunt has all these really cool buttons that we got to choose from, even though it is Velcro, but it gives a pretty nice little decorative look. And I am actually on page 20. So I did get through the first 2 sections of the prologue, and I'm just kind of slowly reading this until I kind of finish the rest of my TBR, then I will go hard on the rest of this one. And then I also picked up a couple of books from my library. So I have The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. And this is the 3rd book in the Winter Nights trilogy. And I'm really looking forward to picking that one up. And then we also have The Tombs of Atuan. It's so tiny. By Ursula K. Le Guin. So I'm excited to give this one a try. And I also have the audiobook for this one through Hoopla. So I'm excited to get to those ones. So that's all the books from my TBR-opoly that I've been reading, but I did notice that Saga Volume 7 just came in at my library, so I need to go pick that up. So Merry Bookmas. We did our first live sprints on CompletelyMelanie's channel, and that was super fun. And then I was really nervous, but I did do my live sprints on December 4th. It was the first time I've ever done that, so you kind of have that nervousness of trying to learn how to do the live streams and am I going to have anything to talk about? And yeah, but it was super fun. And thank you to all of you who joined me for the sprints. I just felt all the love from all of you. You're amazing. And it was fun chatting with you and reading with you, getting some productive things done. And then I will leave the links in the description box down below, but make sure on December 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern, you check out Stephanie from Stephanie's Bookverse. She's going to be doing live sprints on her channel, so make sure you go and subscribe to her channel and click the notification bell so you know when those go live. And then the same with CompletelyMelanie, because Melanie will be doing sprints on the 15th, also at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then on the 21st, we're having a watch party, and I believe that is at 5 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to be super fun. We're going to be watching movies and chatting about them and just having a great time. And then on the 28th, we will be having author chat live show as well as the after party afterwards. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So I am reading a couple of books for this one right now. So the Santa Claus, read a book with a reluctant hero. I am currently reading Accidental Ashes for that one. But actually, the 13th Fairy could work for this one too. No, I guess that's the only one I have. That's the only one I have for that so far. I've got a whole bunch more on my TBR for that one, but that's the only ones out of the 3 that I'm currently reading. And then for Library of Dragons, I am currently reading A Day, a Fallen Night, which is the left path, the first thing, find a book. And then that's it for that one. I'm kind of trying to save my Christmas books for next week and try and get some of my non-Christmassy ones done right now. Accidental Ashes by Sarah Rothel also works for Vixen Prompt, book you didn't buy. I got that one for free. And then Cupid, book from an author you've already given 5 stars to. Day of Fallen Night works for that one because I did give 5 stars to Priory of the Orange Tree. And then that one also works for Christmas Star because it's a book over 500 pages. And that's it. And then we have Old Favorite Pass, which I don't think I have in. Nope, Day of Fallen Night is on there as well. A book you still need to read, which I definitely need to get to that one because I actually got that one for Christmas last year. So it's time to read it. And that's it so far. So my quick little update. Have my either Crooked Kingdom or Red Seas, Red Skies. Still don't know which one I'm going to read yet. One of the two. And then The Gathering Storm, I did just find out that I am second on Libby for this one. So I will be getting to that one probably in the next few days. So I may put aside a couple other books to get to that one so I can finish that one on Libby. And then for the Spell Shop, I think I'm actually 5th for the physical book. And I think I'm up to 9th for the audiobook. So not too bad. I've actually moved up. So some people have read it and returned it early, which is a beautiful thing. So that's all the updates I have. We had our dress rehearsal last night for my bell concert with the local community college with their orchestra and choir, and some of the songs are so beautiful. The soloist they have on a couple of them, oh my goodness, his voice is just like butter. It is so pretty, so nice. And they're doing one of my favorite songs. We're not part of it, but just the orchestra and the choir, and then the gentleman that's singing the lead. It's In the Bleak Midwinter. I love that one. What is your favorite Christmas song? So growing up, my favorite Christmas songs were Go Tell It on the Mountain and The Little Drummer Boy. And we are doing Go Tell It on the Mountain, and that one is a really cool arrangement. And then as I got a little older, I kind of moved to God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. I really like anything in a minor key. I'm a minor girly. I like diminished chords and kind of that tension that builds. Kind of nice, kind of like a slow burn romance. And I love In the Bleak Midwinter. That one's kind of grown on me. I played that song in high school, I believe, with our bell choir, and it was just a beautiful arrangement. And ever since then, I can't get enough of that song. So beautiful. So I'd love to know what your favorite Christmas song is, or just holiday song in general. I remember in high school, or junior high actually, we did an arrangement of Festival of Lights, which was for Hanukkah, and that was a really great arrangement. I liked that song a lot too. And today we have our bell only rehearsal, so we really only got to do one of our solo pieces yesterday. So we're going to practice everything else today, and then we have the first concert tonight. We have another concert tomorrow afternoon, and then we tear everything down, load it on up into everybody's vehicles, and then on Sunday we drive a couple of hours to go to Cottonwood, and we are going to do a concert there on Sunday, and then tear everything down, load it all back up, and drive it all back here, put it all away, and then on Monday we have our rehearsal for our actual concert, which means most of the songs that we're doing this weekend we're not doing for that concert. So it'll be fun though. And that's all I got for today. So see you tomorrow. So I wanted to give a quick little update and have an outro for the vlog for this week. I did finish The Tombs of Atuan by Ursula K. Le Guin, and the first half was a little slow. It took me a little while to get into it, but I did like the last half or last third quite a bit. So I will definitely continue with the series, and I'm just excited to finish it out. I know there's a few more books in there. And then I also started The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, and I'm loving it. I love this series. It's got such great atmosphere to the whole series, and I love the main character and all of the different side characters that come along, and yeah, it's just such a great series. So I did finish another book, and I started another one, and both of those worked with quite a few of the different readathons, which is great. And this one, at least, I believe, was on my TBR-obbly. I can't remember if this one was or not, but so I'm getting ready to head to Cottonwood soon for my last concert with the local community college, and then tomorrow starts big rehearsals for our concert the following week. I didn't get any video of the community college concerts, but I am hoping to at least get a little bit that I could put a couple little clips in here of our concerts, because we do videotape those and we send those out to everyone in the bell choir. I will try and get at least a few little clips in there for you. And that's it, short and sweet. So I will see you again next week, and don't forget on December 12th to head over to Stephanie's Bookverse for the next round of Merry Bookmas Sprints. And until next week, keep reading. Bye!